Hey, it's Senor Flores. Today we are going to be checking out 3D Organon VR Anatomy for the Oculus Quest. They have it, I believe, also on the Steam store, so you could probably use it on the other headsets, but it blew my mind. It's so much fun. I teach Spanish, and so I don't personally have a lot of use for it in my classroom, but just messing around, I've been in it for at least over an hour just messing around looking at everything, and it's just the demo version. I reached out to the devs to see if I can get, because they have full subscriptions and stuff, but just to see if I could try for a day or two to do a full review. But even with what I saw, it was amazing. I showed it to our sports med teacher at my school, and he said he was going to buy 3 quests so that he could show this and use this in his classroom. I want to show it to our anatomy teacher and stuff as well. But I know that professors already use this in their classroom, and I can see why, because it is super detailed. There's a ton of stuff that you can do. But especially if you have use, if you're a student and you feel like this would help you, then I would definitely check it out. And for teachers too, you can create quizzes, and it's cool because they can do it like on the headset as opposed to having to do it on a piece of paper or whatever, and be able to interact with the body. So I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, so let's take a look. So this is super cool because you start off with the skeleton, but you can go around it and go behind it and be able to like take a look at all the stuff that's back here and stuff. And it's super cool, but not only do you get to go behind it, you also get to basically pick it apart. So you just pick a bone. So here's the humerus, and you get to move it. If you want to bring it closer to you, you can. If you want to put it further, you can put it off to the side. Here is the mandible, so you can remove that, and it's super cool because look, you have each individual tooth. You can grab that, it even tells you what they're called. You can remove that, whatever, whatever. You can remove that and that and that. And it's super cool because it even gives you a ton of information. So if you're studying for something, this is perfect, and you get to do it in a way that's interactive. You can also, like right now, I'm casting to my computer. If you're a teacher, you can cast to a projector or something so your kids can see what you are doing. Or if you have a kid that's doing this, the whole class can see what they're doing as well. So this is the demo version. I reached out to the devs. I hope I can get a full version to at least review. But it's super, super, super cool. If you go to, for example, if you look at these nerves, so it brings it up right here. And you can also make it bigger and smaller, which is super fun. There you go. Made it bigger. Bring it down. So now it's in front of me. And so we can still just take this apart. And now you have the nerves. And not only do you get to look at the nerves, you also get to like pick each one apart. And again, it tells you all of the stuff about it as well, which is just crazy. So in the full version, you have the muscular, heart, nervous, lymphatic, respiratory, digestive, endocrine, urinary, reproductive, and sensory and skin. You have microscopic stuff that you can look at. You can create quizzes, which is super cool, especially if you're a teacher, or if you're a student and you're wanting to quiz yourself to see how much you're retaining. And then you can also do actions. So they have head and neck, back, upper limb. Let's do the shoulder joint. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, so he's still really humongous. It is a giant. So let's make him smaller and bring it out like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And there, so there you can see the action happening. Again, you can go around. Oh, doing limbo, going around, go behind him. Oh, it's not like it actually smacks you. And then you can also pause it. So if you're like right there, I want to pause it. I think you sort of have to like look at it to read it. But there you go. You're able to pause it wherever you want and see what he's doing. So you can look at all of these different actions. And here you have muscular action. So you can, I'm sure it would show you the muscles and how it looks. Heart, respiratory, urinary, reproductive, and sensory. You can also change the environment. So now I'm like in a classroom setting and like a lab setting. If you have a big enough place, you can go walk around and stuff, but I don't, so I'm going to stay here. But let's take a look at a couple of other things. So let's say you're in class and you want to point some stuff out, or if you're a doctor or whatever it is, if you're a student, you can draw things. So let's say I want to, like here, talk about the mandible. And I'm like, class, Where is the mandible? That's probably one of the easier ones, but again, this isn't what I teach, so it's one of the few that I do know. So let's take a look. I'm picking my color, and then you can actually just like draw, which is super cool. And it's like you can go around it, which is super awesome. So like, hi, right? That's super cool. But so then I can point like I can make an arrow. That's the mandible, right? And have that there, and be able to point to stuff, which is super cool. Or draw whatever, like, hey, right here, there's like something going on right here. You can also put like growths. So I'm going to make some growths. Oh, I think this one is only for the, sorry, for the regional. Let's go back to my skeleton. So there's my drawing still, but I'm going to put some growths. So there you can see the growths. You can change the color if you want to show different things. Spurs. So I'll put some on the arm. And then you can also put this to show pain. So let's say you're like, hey, it's hurting the person right there. What is that called? And then you can also, so you can move the pain, and then they could say the head of the humerus or whatever it is that is going on. And then you can also slice. As you can see right there, I just made a slice. And it's super cool because you can slice it sort of whichever way that this field is going. I'm sure when you have there, I just sliced through his head. Oh my gosh. When you have the muscular and all of that stuff, it probably looks pretty cool. And then you can do it to like keep A. So let's see. So it splits some of that stuff. So it keeps part of it. It gets rid of the other part. You can do keep B. So this is B. This would have been A. So then it got rid of all of that stuff. So it's really cool to be able to be able to mess all of with all of that stuff. There's other things that you can do. It says that you can create a room name and stuff. Again, this is the demo. So apparently, I think you can join other people. So if you have several students or several people that have a headset, you can all look at the same thing in VR instead of one person wearing it and everybody else looking at it. And then you have a bunch of tutorial videos. Most of this stuff, again, is just like very simple stuff, but then there's other things. Right here you can see what it looks like with some of the muscles and stuff. But it also shows you how to create quizzes and be able to do that, again, for your students or for yourself. So that was 3D Organon VR Anatomy. Man, that was fun to make. This app is super cool, super useful, especially if you're a teacher. You can make this come to life for your students. And students, you can see this in a whole new way that's perhaps if your teacher doesn't have this in your classroom, that you can use this on your own. But I hope the devs reach out to me so I can take a look at the full app and be able to make another video to show you some of the other things that it has. But man, it blew my mind. And I hope that you can create those classrooms and be with each other and stuff. That would be super cool, looking at all of those things. But I know I'm going to be still messing with this quite a bit, again, even though I don't have that much use. But yeah, I hope that if you enjoyed the video, you press the like button, and if you like VR content in general, also subscribe so you can see some more of that stuff. I'm also going to be doing like a series on different VR apps and stuff that you can use in your classroom if you are a teacher. But if you just like to watch different gameplay for different games and stuff too, I do a lot of fun stuff. So I will see you later. Adios.